are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. Good morning, everyone. If you just saw a dog's butt, that's exactly what that was. It's really funny because I was talking with Patrick Murphy the other day, and I'm like, I need a new avatar. And he's like, here. He's like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know, a dog's butt or something. And I was joking, and he sent me a dog's butt, and I used it. Yes, I did. Probably not going to be my new permanent avatar. Hilarious nonetheless. So good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. And that was a dog's butt. And first in the chat, good morning, little Debbie. Hello. Happy Sunday, sweetheart. Mwah. It's good to see you this morning, little Debbie. You said you were frying potatoes. And I respect that. I would eat those fried potatoes any day, all day. Ashley Reed, good morning, honey. How are you? I think hopefully you're doing great. And I think you were she was like the second person in the chat. Ashley, thank you so much for being here this morning. Cops, good morning, Jonathan. I hope you and everybody at the cops in the coposphere. I hope you and everybody you and your dad and everybody else around you are doing wonderfully this morning, and happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. Two old guys, vintage and resell. Good morning, Markle. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Michael. Mwah. Sending much, much love your way. Land Shark Picker, you telling somebody to wake up. That's funny. Hashtag not Glenn, good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic morning wherever you are. Let's see. And there's the other Ashley. Good morning, Ashley. Hello. Look at your pretty faces. Oh, my goodness. You and Ashley. It's like everybody named Ashley has just got a pretty face. Good morning, sugars. Wendy, Wonder Woman. Good morning, Wendy. Hope you're doing great this morning. Had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend this weekend. And it looks like everybody's saying hi to each other. I did want to let's kick off with just a quick announcement. On the 30th of this month, I will be on Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller Shop Hop, and I think it's always listed as a premiere, and it goes from person to person. So I'm gonna try to pre-record a video for that, and we'll see how that goes. And if not, I'll go live. I don't know what else to do. But yeah, that should be fun. That should be a lot of fun. Johnny who, right? Nobody in reselling knows who Johnny is. That's another person, Wonder Woman. I'm just Wendy. Well, you're not just Wendy. You are also really adorable and have the cutest little icon. Oh my God. Do you have any idea how much I love dogs? I love dogs. So yeah, good morning. Good morning, Wendy. Peter Pan's dream girl. That's right. Love it. I love it. Ronnie, hello. Good morning, Ronnie. I hope you're doing great. Miss Virginia. I did have some books coming this week, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about thriftbooks.com. So I've been ordering books from thriftbooks.com. And I've been ordering books online because I want to read the books, and I'm not like collecting them or anything. I don't need like a first edition or even a hardcover, just like plain like paperback, like old Pulp Fiction sort of 70s books. So I've been grabbing books from thriftbooks.com. And the thing is that it didn't occur to me. literally did not occur to me that you can also sell them on there. So if you have, there's a friend of ours who had his mother passed away, and he ended up with a bunch of romance novels and things like that. And if you decide not to sell them on eBay, thrift books may be a good alternative for that. I know I paid, yeah, you can sell with them too. Yeah. And I know I paid like, decent money for the books that I bought, I mean, $30 here, $25 there. I know a bunch of people who have good luck selling books on Pango, Pango. Yeah, you can sell on thrift books. I don't know what their deal is. I haven't really done the digging down yet. Blah blah blah. But I know that you can sell on there. Yeah. Claudette, good morning. Mwah. Good morning, sugar. How are you? Oh, there's mine. Okay, there's mine. Good morning. Hello, pretty girl. Hello. Thank you for being here. The downward dog. Is that what Pongo is? Pongo? I don't know. I don't know what that's in response to. I'm sorry, Greg. But yeah, thriftbooks.com, you can sell on there. Who knew? I did order a ThredUp box. I ordered a ThredUp fun box. I actually got in and got one this week. So the opening of that will be coming up. And that's just going to happen. When it comes in the mail, I'm just going to go live and just open it. I'm not going to, make any big, ThredUp, you'll see the video after the fact, I guess, if you're not available to be live at that time. But it should be fun. I like the fun box. Let's see. Pango is a book buying and selling app, maybe also a website. Our girl Ali Dell sells there. Ah, okay. I got it. Craig, why are you being so confusing? Well, he may not have had his coffee yet. I know I hadn't. Let me cover up the F word on this. On my coffee cup. Girl, Sunday without coffee. I don't even know how people ever do it. I don't. I was going to go naked faced this morning. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Pamela Anderson is going naked face. She's running around the whole world going without makeup on. And I kind of admire that. Good morning, Johnny. Mwah. Hello, my love. I hope you're doing great this morning, Johnny. Yeah, any day without coffee for real. So I was going to go naked face this morning, and then I got in the bathroom and I washed my face. And then I was like, well, I'll just put a little bit of color. And the next thing you know, full face of makeup. And I'm like, oh, okay, that didn't work. We'll try it again tomorrow. I am blessed. I'm glad to hear that you are blessed. I hope that you are blessed and lucky and having a great time. Good for her. She's been through enough. I hope she's doing it. Yeah, she's dating Liam Neeson. That cannot be all bad. She's dating Liam Neeson, who I've had the biggest crush on for the longest time. So yeah, she's kind of dating my little Irish crush there. And I mean, she doesn't, would makeup help improve? Sure, I guess, for pictures or whatever. But, if he's happy and she's happy, good for you. Let your skin breathe. Johnny said, I had woke up to great sales and then listed more items. And I have to say, this is the first time I have sold something 3 hours after I got it listed. Isn't that the best feeling? It's the best feeling. Really, I don't know. He's my favorite actor. I didn't know he's my favorite. Yeah, I love him. Right, Claudette? What is not to love about Liam Neeson? To be fair, celebrities and internet personalities wear so much makeup, more makeup than us normies. Like, I never do a full cake face because it looks stupid in real life. Yes, it does. They do look sweet together. Yeah. And that's the thing too, because even like on camera, on camera, it doesn't look like I'm wearing as much makeup as I literally am. And you have to, if you're on camera, and no matter what the lighting is, you're gonna need more makeup. It just doesn't pop. On the day of my sister's wedding, I'll never forget it, because she had her makeup done and then she came to the church, and I thought, wow, that's really heavy, right? Like, that's really a lot of blue eyeshadow and stuff like that. In her pictures, she was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And don't get it twisted. She was a beautiful bride anyway. She was absolutely lovely and just perfection. But she really, I was like, wow, they really went a little heavy handed, but on camera, it looks different. It looked exactly appropriate for her wedding, and absolutely beautiful. You should see her wedding pictures. Wendy, mine was Eric from The Little Mermaid. My crush was Arab man ever since Aladdin. I don't know if Eric from The Little Mermaid would have done it for me, because, yeah. Randy, good morning. Good morning, Randy. Glamma changed her time. Morning, everyone. I don't know. I've been at 10 a.m. for a very long time, as far as I know. Jennifer, good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, gorgeous. There she is, Jennifer Hayes. Yeah, my everyday makeup looks like bare face and pick, and then includes eyeshadow. Yeah. I look plain in regular makeup. Oh, you thought it was 11? Oh no, Randy, it's been 10. I've gone late before in the past though, so that could be confusing. I married a man from Morocco, and it's been 26 years. Wow. As in bids, I always do the eyeliner feel, I don't know, put together. Yeah. It takes more. It takes more on film. It really does take more makeup to stand out. And that's why I bought a bright red lipstick. I'm not wearing it today, but that's why I brought a bright red lipstick, for when I don't feel like doing a full face. A pair of good glasses, a little mascara, and a bright red lipstick will make you look like you've actually put in the effort. And it works great like in the summertime, or if you're at the beach, because they have the kind of lipstick where you put it on and then it just stays there for like 12 hours. So yeah, whenever I've got like sunglasses on and red lipstick, and a lot of times in the summertime, that's it, because you'll sweat your makeup off, your eyes will end up stinging. It never works for me. I don't know why. You know what, Craig? I can send you a different color. Maybe it's the color. Maybe you chose like a red with a blue undertone instead of an orange, or vice versa. Just let me know what you're using now, and I will send you free of charge a different lipstick. I will. Just list what you're using now, and we'll make sure and match that. So yeah, thriftbooks.com. You can sell on there. Who knew? Yeah, see? I was reading an article about eBay Live, and this is what it says. eBay Live, this is the headline. It's on Value Added Resource. So it's valueaddedresource.net. It says eBay Live dazzles with celebrities and eBay Open 2025 panels, but limited access leaves sellers on the sideline. So eBay Live was the apparent belle of the ball at this year's eBay Open 2025 seller conference, with celebrity appearances, workshops, and panels, but with live stream selling access still extremely limited. Who is all the hype really for? And then there's a paragraph that talks about the keynote speaker, yada yada. But then it says all the hype about eBay seems odd, considering it is still an extremely limited feature that's only available to select approved accounts in a handful of categories. And 90% plus of the sellers in the room and watching online probably wouldn't be approved if they applied. Here's what eBay currently says about live eligibility. So I'm guessing this is eBay's answer to like, oh gosh, why is it escaping me? The what do you call it? What's the platform that most of us use if we're selling live? Not Potform, not Poshmark, but there's actually, what's the one that everybody's on? Philly Flippers on it. Whatnot. That's it. Yeah. So I guess it's eBay's answer to Whatnot, and it says express your interest in live selling with eBay. I'm going to try to enunciate. eBay Live is currently available with select sellers and growing. Please let us know if you'd like to experience eBay Live selling. We'll notify you as soon as you're eligible to start selling live. But they don't say what makes somebody eligible. The criteria for sellers to qualify is still very strict and leans heavily towards those who have extensive previous live selling experience and an established following on other platforms, such as Whatnot. Okay, so during the eBay Open Live Seller panel titled Thriving in Real-Time Commerce, I wondered what would happen if a seller in attendance gets excited from hearing about the feature but doesn't qualify for live streaming on eBay. Would they simply go to competing sites like Whatnot, Poshmark, TikTok, Instagram, or other social media sites? Shockingly, not only does it seem like that's likely going to be the result, General Manager eBay Live Carolyn Pognier actually even explicitly encouraged it. So she says eBay Live is in its earliest stages, and she's like encouraging people to apply for eBay Live. Did I see Susie? There she is. Hello. Mwah. Good morning, my little dragonfly. Good morning, sugar. So from what I understand, eBay Live they're just starting, which I'm sorry, but how is eBay so tardy to the party? Super fudge. Poshmark was doing it last year. Poshmark started it last year, and that was after Whatnot. Whatnot's been going on for what, 3 or 4 years now? I don't know. But so there's like been Whatnot, there's Poshmark, there's TikTok. I know they have live sales. Oh, okay. That's a good announcement. Thank you, Jennifer. And I find it inexplicable that eBay hasn't already started that. And I don't know if they didn't have the technology. Okay, so eBay Live has been around for quite a while, but was only with card sellers. That's interesting. So the guys with the baseball cards and the Pokemon cards could get in, but the other sellers couldn't. I don't know what their holdup was, though. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me, that they would not look at the market in a wider have a wider vision of that. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. Speaking of Whatnot, Buffalo Picker is doing a warehouse clearance with $2 starting bid on most toys today. Great time to shop for Christmas. Most of his toys are new with tags. I mean, they're like new in the package. So most, if not all, of his toys. I think he does more retail arbitrage than he does. Holy crap, that's a spider. Excuse me. Now it's a dead spider. So it's a really good place for you to start thinking about like Christmas shopping, birthday shopping, things like that for kids. He's got all sorts of action figures. Lord only knows what the man has. I can tell you that he is, I pay attention to him because even though I don't do retail arbitrage that much, when I do it, I keep his voice in my head. He's super, super smart about it. Got to pay attention and you should really check out his channel. Really check out his channel. Whatnot started, wait a minute, where did it go? There it is. Whatnot started November 2019, and Poshmark Live started October 2022. Yeah, and eBay Live is just now trying to catch up. And I mean, I get it, baseball cards, yada yada, but like, if that's the only thing. Jennifer said the only thing that's not $2 starter Lego sets. Understandable. Lego are expensive. They can be incredibly expensive. Yeah, he definitely has his finger on the pulse on the hottest toy items. You know what's coming up. You know what's going to be in demand. Buffalo Picker. Yeah, that's what. Jennifer, do you have that? Does anybody have that link that for his Whatnot live show? Because I'd really like to check that out if I get a chance. If you have the link, if you happen to see the link and you decide that you can drop that for us in the chat, that would be lovely. Not required, but would be much appreciated. eBay, June of 2022. It just seems like for such a very large, I mean, it is the largest resale platform right now that I know of, right? It's bigger than Poshmark. It's bigger than, Vinted. It's bigger than Real. It's bigger than everybody. eBay is the giant. So why doesn't the giant know what everybody else knows? How to do live sales for everybody. It seems simple to me. If Poshmark can do it, for God's sake, get the technology, eBay. You're far behind. You're too far behind. It's just ridiculous. She said smoking. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Johnny dropped a link. And Jennifer dropped a link. And I'm going to star those. I'll put stars on those. I'll put stars upon ours. If you know Starbelly Sneetches from Dr. Seuss, you know what I'm talking about. One of my favorite Dr. Seuss books, by the way. So I just find it baffling. I mean, didn't eBay have it start in Silicon Valley? You'd think that they would have access to like incredible technology. They have just literally, they're publicly traded company. They're on the stock market, for Christ's sake. Why wouldn't they be able to introduce live selling to everybody? And I wonder what kind of a difference that would make if they could. Would it increase their sales? It certainly seems to me that it would. You have his show open? Got it. No, I don't think Jennifer's. I don't think she's offended by that. I don't think that bothers her. Oh, the Two Old Guys Sunday sale too is tonight. Yes, I love the Two Old Guys vintage and resale. I've been slowly but surely collecting things for the next one that I do, which would be in September. It's actually September 28th, the day after my wedding anniversary, my 28th wedding anniversary. We got married in 97, so 28 years. Wow. 28 years with the same dude. I like him. Thank you. It's sometimes takes the patience of Job. But the best advice I ever got before I got married, a friend of the family, a very old friend of the family, he and his wife had been married for a very long time. And he sat me down and he said, Dana, listen to me very, very carefully. He said, there will be days, I promise you this, there will be days when you will wake up and roll over and look at your spouse and think, I hate your guts. I just hate you so much. I can't even stand the sight of you right now. He said, I promise you, He said, I promise you that if you wait it out, he said, those feelings pass. He said, love is cyclical. Being romantic is cyclical. It comes around and it goes and it comes and goes, but you have to believe in the marriage. You have to believe in the foundation that you built, and you have to believe in the relationship, and it'll all be okay. And I've taken that to heart. And there are times when I could just, if you've been married for any amount of time, there are days when you're just like, ugh, if I have to look at your face one more time, if I have to listen to your voice one more time, and then, you just have to stop, and remind yourself, I picked this person for a reason. What are those reasons? And if you start listing the things in your head that are good about your spouse, then you'll be all right. Yeah, if both follow it. Yes, Veronica. Yeah, it has to be a two-way street. You can't just have it one way and then, the other person's out screwing around. It doesn't work it. Carol, good morning. Good morning, schmexy lady. How you doing? It's good to see you. You had 33 back in May. She must have the patience of Job. I'm just kidding. Glamma has the patience of Job. Yeah, I must really like him. Oh, he must really like me, because, wow, it's been a minute. But it's good. It's he's my best friend. Claudette, 43, married, 50 together. My God. How in the world are you old enough for that? Good Lord, Claudette. There's no way you're old enough for that. Did you get married when you were 1? I knew my husband 79 days before I said I do. Wendy, how long have you been married? Let's see. Did she say up here? Wendy, how long have you been married? You're almost 65. Claudette, you literally, you do not look 60. You don't even look near, you don't even look as old as I do. That's incredible. Yeah, not even 3 months. Kelly, good morning. I hope you and the boys are doing great. All comes down to gratitude, even for the things that aren't optimal. Yeah. Absolutely. You have to be grateful. And good morning, Kelly. Over 26 years. Wow. That's amazing. I guess when you know. I'll be celebrating 25 years in November, but he is my third. Well, third time's a charm, they say. I hope you look good, girl. Yeah, you look great. The pic has a filter and is 6 years old. You still look, Claudette, in that picture, you look like a teenager. My God. I'll be 69 plus 1 in September. Will you really? Aww. Okay, schmexy lady. You've got to let me know when it's your birthday, on your birthday. Or at least let me know when it's coming so that I can, so I can make sure and send you something wonderful. Steve is number 3. He's my charm. Yeah, third time's a charm. Third time is a charm, they say. And not all marriages are going to work out. It does take 2 to tango. So you have to have somebody who's got the same mindset as you, the same, sort of long vision as you, somebody who sees the big picture and, doesn't get sidetracked and that sort of thing. So, it does take 2. So if you don't find it the first time, there's more. You don't have to send me anything. What do you send the woman who has everything? I know. So wild to me that people get married more than once, because I'm never doing that again, but I love when it works out for them on the 2nd or 3rd or 9th round. Well, number 3 is less charming than he was at the beginning. Aren't they all? But still worth keeping. Steve is my number 3. Aw. Number 3 on your program, number 1 in your heart. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Aren't we all less charming after a few decades? Like I could be like, critical of, critical of Grandpa aging, or critical of his, his not unwillingness to sweep me off my feet every day of my life. By the way, he actually tries though. He tries on more than one occasion. Yeah. Wait, I made that sound like it's a sex thing. It's not. He literally has a romantic streak. That is very sweet. But yeah, be careful how you criticize your spouse, because what they look like and what they sound like and what they, you're probably doing the same thing. I've aged, I've gained weight. We were skinny kids when we met. And, my personality has certainly not gotten kinder. I don't think I've gotten all that mean, but it's not kinder. Oh, happy birthday to your mom, Kelly. Yeah. Michael, my angel. Good morning, Angel. How are you? I hope everything's good in Texas. Well, I guess I know you were moving. I don't know if you've moved yet. Was never skinny. No, I think we were all, in your early 20s, you're thinner than you'll ever be again in your life. And you're probably cuter than you'll ever be in your life. And that's by design. I figure it fills a biological function, from 17 to 25, it fills a biological function. So you can actually, I don't know, mate up and reproduce or whatever. But, we're all subject to aging. The alternative is unthinkable. American skinny, not German skinny. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did briefly, just very, very briefly, want to talk about, too. I was watching a lady who does these shorts. Ciro, hello. I haven't seen you in so long. Mwah, hello, gorgeous. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. It's good to see you. I was watching this girl who does. She goes to the bins, and she specifically looks for jewelry. Which I've never thought to look for jewelry at the bins, but she'll she picks up tins and shakes them, and if there's something in them, then she looks in there. Sometimes there's jewelry. Sometimes there's jewelry in the bottom of the bin where you just push past the stuff and there's little jewelry down there. So you never know where you're going to find things. So she looks for jewelry in the bins, and she was talking about how she found a piece that was, she said, and it's not an exact quote, but what she said it was she said, and I love this. I found this, it was a ring or a necklace or a charm or something. And she's like, and it's marked 14K 585. And so I was really curious, what's the 585 mean? And I always assumed, I've actually had a couple of pieces like that. I always assumed it meant like electroplate, right? Gold electroplate. I actually did the research this time, and I typed into Google search, what is 14K 585? And this is what they said. And I thought I'd share that with you. So 585 on jewelry means 14 karat gold, and it is a great combination of sturdiness, cost, and elegance. It indicates that something is 14 karat gold, representing 58.5% pure gold content by mass. That makes it slightly higher than its American counterparts. So yes, 14 karat 585 are the same thing. They both indicate a gold alloy that is 58.5% pure gold. The 585 marking on jewelry signifies that the item is made with 585 parts per thousand of gold, which translates to 14 karat. The remaining 41.5% of the alloy is made up of other metals like copper, silver, nickel, which are added to increase the durability and strength of the gold. So 585, if you see a piece that's marked gold 585, it's the same thing as being marked 14 karat. Yeah, it's the same thing. Jennifer knew. I don't know how I didn't know that, Jennifer. I had no idea. Had no idea. Oh my God, I love you guys too. The two old guys I sold on their auction last week, and it was so fabulous. I love selling with them. I love selling with them. Their auction is just absolutely, their chat is always full of just fantastic people who are positive and fun. I really love it. This is a normal wake up on Tuesday. Yeah, that's a normal wake up on Tuesday. So yeah, 585 is 14 karat. Had no idea, but it's interesting because I came across a pair of glasses that the frames were marked 14K 585, and I didn't know what the 585 meant. I still have those glasses in the other room. I'm going to include them in a jewelry jar, I think, or something. Yeah. I was just blown away. I'm like, oh, okay. I really thought that was something. I thought it was electroplate or like, you know. And 925 means the piece is made 92.5 parts silver, the rest other alloys. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. That's also good information. Michael says he bought a 99-cent empty jewelry box at the thrift, but could hear a rattle. I pulled the lining and there were two 10-carat rings underneath. Totally paid for my shopping that day. Heck yeah, it does. That's awesome. I love those stories. And I have a story of my own to share with you in just a moment. Perla, good morning. Good morning, precious girl. How are you? I hope everything is great in Perla's world. Da-da-da-da, Perla's world. I love that. Good morning, Perla. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. Today is National Thrift Shop Day. I know this because I got a notification from Savers, because I have a little, I joined the Savers Club because then you get discounts and stuff like that. So I got a notification from Savers today that the first 200 people through the door this morning would get a free tote. I'm like, why didn't you just give the first 200 people like a coupon for 10% off? Because I think we would enjoy that more than a stupid tote. But so be it. First 200 people. So if you are one of those first 200 people through the door at Savers today, I guess because it's National Thrift Day. Yeah, Wendy, you got that too? Because it's National Thrift Day. You might get a tote. So that's fun. I actually need to go to Savers anyway because I have some casino money. So whenever if I come out ahead at a casino and I come out a couple $100 ahead, I'll go thrifting. I'll use some of that money to go thrifting. And then of course, nails, hair, gifts, cash stash, that sort of thing. Oh my God, ThredUp is doing $50 off clean out kits, which they have been. And I'm like, how about an extra 50% off our order? But nope. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's National Thrift. Yeah, it's National Thrift Store Day. I didn't even know. Jennifer, you got it and you don't even have a Savers? Oh, I'm so going thrifting. I mean, it is National Thrift Day. We encourage that. You have two of their sister stores. Oh, I didn't know they had sister stores. That's interesting. That is interesting. I like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's a mean tease, right? They're like, yay, it's National Thrifting Day from Savers. And then they're like, you get a free tote. I'm like, pick a finger, guess which one I'm showing you right now. Savers. No, I already have coupons for Savers, so I've got them in my purse. I need to go use them. Okay, so there was a yard sale that I went to. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but about a couple of months ago, I went to a yard sale and I found all this designer stuff, right? Like I found like Prada leopard print flats and all this stuff. Yeah, actually, Michael, we're going to talk about that because I'm looking at it right now. I brought it in so I could look at it. So I went to this yard sale, and I spent more than I've ever spent at a yard sale before. I've never spent over $200 at a yard sale. I spent. Good morning, Myra. How you doing? Mwah! I spent $210 at a yard sale, and this is what I've sold so far. $210. So I sold a Kate Spade laptop bag for it. The sell price was $18. I made $14.40. I sold the Cinzia Rocco wool coat. And if you see a lower price, it's usually because there's like a mark on it, or like it's a flawed gem. I sold the wool coat for $127, and I made $101.60. I sold Prada flats, really flawed gem, for $40, and I just closed everything, and I made $32. I had an Armani suit from the '80s that was super skinny and had shoulder pads, but I sold it for $50 and I made $40. I had Mont Blanc belts, leather belts, Croc and Boss leather belts, and I sold the tan one for $120 and I made $96. And then I had an LL Bean wool knit sweater that I had 25 on, sold for 18. I probably could have gotten more out of it, but I didn't want to. I don't like to hold on to things that long. And I made $14.40 on that. So my total was $298.40 on those sales. Now that's after fees, after shipping discounts, after all of that stuff. $298.40. So if I take away the $210, I've made so far pure profit. I've made $88.40 on my investment, and that was some money that I had from gambling. So and I'm not suggesting that you gamble. Don't do that. But that was little extra pocket change. Now I still have to list Tory Burch giant red tote bag, a zip up tote, which is like a purse tote. I have two pairs of like duck boots, and one of them is an LL Bean, and I forget what the other one was. I want to say it was Columbia, but they're both really good brands. I also have listed still, and they haven't sold yet, but they've had interest. I have a men's jacket that was Ermeneglio Zegna. And if you look up Zegna jackets, and it's a linen jacket, it's a men's linen jacket, 42 long, I think. That one is going to be another really nice sale. I also have the black version of the Mont Blanc belt, and that's listed. I also have a made in the USA leather nylon belt. It's leather and woven nylon belt. And that one I think I have listed for like $25, and I paid like $1 for that belt. The Mont Blanc belts I paid like $5 a piece for, and one of them just sold for like $120, and I had $150 on it. And then I had two Irish linen Joseph A. Banks button-up shirts that were in like size medium, and I gave those to my brother and his husband because they can both wear a medium dress shirt, and they're very, very, very nice dress shirts. So I'm already $88.40 into profit. Plus, again, I have 3 other things to list that haven't even been listed yet. I have 1, 2, 3 other things that are listed. So every bit of that is pure profit. Yeah, Zegna, nice men's luxury. Yes, very, very nice. Did I have the scratch off coupon? No, no, not yet. And Michael, I will come back to your statement because that was going to be on my list of thank yous, actually. Myra, good morning. I miss the 80s men's shoulder pad look, like it was hot. I really thought the shoulder pads, I loved shoulder pads, but everybody hated them. Yeah, Claudette, I really did. And I like to share things like that because we all need encouragement from time to time to go, you know what? Yeah, I am doing the right thing. And there are, there's slow and steady buy bread and butter brands and buy the book brands or whatever. And then sometimes you hit a deep well. Sometimes you hit a deep well, and they're always fun to hear about. I love hearing about people's success stories. Thank you so much, Susie. I did not expect that. I didn't expect it. I got to tell you, I didn't expect to find it. And I certainly didn't expect to, to be able to make money this quickly. I thought most of that, a lot of designer stuff will sit sometimes, but people are shopping, and not just kids are going back to school. Remember that all the teachers are going back to school too. And remember that, people have different needs and different Halloween costumes that they're thinking of and all sorts of stuff. Adam, good morning. It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope your exploits are wonderful. And Myra, thank you so much for being here this morning. I hope you're having a great day. I know I said it 3 times now, but bears repeating. I wish I had saved all the shoulder pads I took out. I don't know that that they're selling individually, but you never know. You never know what's going to sell. You never know. Sometimes things can surprise you. If you are an educator, take advantage of your discounts. Yes. Adam, where would you say that the best educator discounts are? Do you think it's on Amazon, or do you think there's some other stuff? Looking back at my first Norma Kamali shoulder padded top, I really look like a quarterback. Yes, honey, but you were wearing Norma Kamali. Okay. The only shoulder pads I ever wore were for high school football. Yeah, all my boys wore shoulder pads. I wore shoulder pads. I think my husband actually had a jacket with shoulder pads in it too, like a leather jacket with shoulder pads in it or something when we met. Which it was the 90s. By then it was the early 90s, so I said get rid of that right now. I'm like, I'm happy to dress you. I have a gay brother who's got excellent taste in clothes, and I can just ask him, but you can't wear that again. You can't wear a shoulder pad leather jacket again. We were done with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. They can be used for bra inserts. That's true. You can use them for like little foamy cutlets. Yeah. Helps with the nip slip. And again, I do want to send out some special thanks. Let's go ahead and start with the one that we've already taken a look at. This is the Flamingo Hilton and Tower. This is an ashtray. It's a vintage ashtray. The Flamingo Hilton and Tower is no longer that. And the person who sent me this sent me an email and said, do you know the significance of this? And I said, why, yes, I do. Do you? Do you know the significance of that? And the answer is, this is where Elvis performed in Vegas. This is where Elvis performed in Vegas. And because of the name on it, you will actually know that that's specific to the era that he was performing in Vegas. So I am very, very proud and very humbled and very grateful to Angry Otter for sending me that beautiful ashtray. Thank you so, so much. And thank you. That was it's a very thoughtful gift, because he knows that I am absolutely in love with Elvis. Yeah. I have moobs, unfortunately. Well, you can cover up. It can help with that, I guess. Yeah. Trying to lose weight. Yeah. I think I never saw Elvis in Las Vegas. I only saw Fat Elvis perform in Las Vegas. Well, you still are one up on me, and I wouldn't have mind seeing Fat Elvis. I've seen every other type. Yeah, but I do love Las Vegas, and I do love my Elvis. So, Michael, my angel, thank you so much. Incredibly kind and incredibly thoughtful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Next week's Sunday brunch, set your reminders. Michael in 1989 was wearing deep purple linen blazer with shoulder pads at the club. At midnight New Year's, it was out of style. Yeah. Yeah, the Don Johnson effect, right? Like everybody had like the blazers with the shoulder pads, the linen blazers, and then you had a tank or a white T-shirt on underneath. Or if you were super duper preppy, you would probably have like a polo on underneath, but you definitely wouldn't wear a dress shirt underneath because Miami Vice. I know certain stores like Staples have educator discounts. They may be at certain times. Google is your friend. Very nice. Nicely done. Thank you. Raw inserts. And no socks. That's right. I have a cousin that was an Elvis impersonator. We got burnt out on Elvis. Hopefully my health will cooperate and I'll go back to Vegas trying a new protocol starting Monday. Well, we will definitely send you the very best, most positive vibes that we can, and hope that your protocols are fantastic. Hope that it works really well. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever burn out on Vegas. Veronica sent me a thing that says parking for Elvis fans only, and she also sent me some. And thank you, Ronnie, by the way. She sent me a set of 4 Elvis Christmas ornaments, and I have 3 already. So I'm planning on doing. I need to find one of those old aluminum trees, but I need to find the blue version because I want it to be a blue Christmas out here in the bar, and I'm gonna do an Elvis tree. eBay Open was this past week in Las Vegas. Yes, that's from the article that I was reading earlier. That's exactly that. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, guys. I'm a little. Let's see. Did I have any other notes? No, I don't think so. But let me just remind you, we've got the shop hop. We've got the shop hop with Cajun Roots Reseller on August the 30th, and then I will be on the Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell September 28th on their auction. Also, I'll be doing a couple of different auctions on my channel once I get my ish together. So look for announcements for those within the next couple of weeks. I had to put on a cupcake face to film a haul. Yeah. Yep. You got to have a cute face. No, you do. You already have a cute face. I was Elvis nuts. Wore the same thing Elvis every day and annually went to Graceland. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's really, and it has. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. The thing that I loved the most about Elvis wasn't that wasn't his music, although I like his music, and it's not his stage persona, which I love. It's that he was a poor kid who made good, and that resonated with me very, very deeply. Just found out difficult to type while sneezing. Yeah. It's one of those things that's what they say. Can you keep your eyes open while sneezing? Can you type while sneezing? Susie, bye. Have a great day. Mwah. Hopefully I'll see you around the bend. Please don't forget, Defend the Hustle is tonight at 7:30 for Buffalo Picker. And Tommy and the gang will be giving us some more really great information about retail arbitrage. Tonight, this is on the 28th. That's on the 28th of September. That's the Two Old Guys, but the Two Old Guys every Sunday night or every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central, and I think that's 2 o'clock Eastern or 4 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, 3. Yeah, so it's 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. The Two Old Guys, thank you, have their Sunday sale, and here's the link for that. Go check them out. Show them some love. Give them some loving. What surprises me is that I found out Wayne Newton is still performing in Vegas. Adam, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know he was still alive. I didn't know he was still alive. My phone types what it wants. Doesn't matter if I'm sneezing or not. Always going to be stupid. I love it. I love it. That's yeah. They have a mind of their own. I am like a heavy thumbed texter, so you can imagine the things that I send. My grandkids make fun of me for that. I'm a multiple sneezer. Worked in a cubicle. Little gal on the other side heard if you sneeze more than 7 times, you're having a heart attack. So she would run over to check on me. Yeah. I don't know that that's true. Elvis is dead. Jim Morrison is still alive, though. I think they're both still alive, and they're living on Tupac Island. Yeah, in the middle of Big EC. Yep, hanging out with Bob Marley. Yeah, and Janis Joplin. Sure. They probably, faked Kurt Cobain's death too. They're just hanging out on Rock and Roll and Rap Island, Music Island, or in Kmart, one of the two. I don't even. Is Kmart still a thing? Is Kmart still a store? Do they still have Kmarts? I'm so curious about that. And yeah, nothing would surprise me at this point. Honestly, let's throw in Jimmy Hoffa too. Well, he's probably in their. He's probably mixed in with their runway. That sounds horrible. It's just, I don't know. When you die of natural causes or die of drug overdose, that's one thing. But what I think if the mob's after you, you're just kind of screwed. Not in Canada, closed years ago here. I think Kmart closed about 10 years ago. Wow. All the Kmarts. Isn't that incredible? Wild. Super wild. Well, it is about that time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for the day. Get some refills on my coffee and ice water. And, you went to their clearance sale. Smart. They used to have like a little jewelry counter where you could actually get 14 karat gold pieces for pretty good discounts. So not a bad deal. But I hope that all of you enjoy a wonderful week. I hope that you have decent weather. We've got a heat warning here in St. Louis, so there's more of that. But I really, really, really hope that no matter where you go, no matter whether your jewelry says 14K or 585, I hope that you have a wonderful week. And please don't forget, Glamma loves you. No matter how much I sweat on you, I still love you. Bye.